Hi everybody, this is Gary Dean with Sentiment Timing, and this is our technical video report for Thursday, March 5th, 2026. Man, I'm getting a little bit seasick from these markets, but things, with the spiders, I've been trading out a lot better than IWM. IWM is just picking a direction and just going straight. It's not moving, and it's moved over 35 points in the last 3 days, which is insane. You're talking almost a 20. It's a huge move in 3 days, and but for some reason I'm able to see the spiders in the S&P better than I am them. But in any case, so this was yesterday. We had this big 2-day ramp up. We ran into our primary distribution, got through it. We had some resistance here, and I thought maybe they were going to stretch for the secondary, but I ended up getting short yesterday, as I explained, because we got a sell signal on the 15th. So I took this probably in the last 25 minutes of trading, and I used the spiders. This is the S&P, but in any case, you can see it. I started covering it. It was almost, I think I did 7 points. I did the first batch of the puts that I had, and then it was a little bit, I might have gone 8 or something points on the second batch. But it was, this was the reason why I took the trade. When you're on a 15-minute chart and you have big duration in either directions, I take these trades. Now, these are even better because you can see the way it like this was just an erupt down and then up. So you're not going to get in until up here. But, even if you got, like I said, you got in here, you're talking about 67.90 all the way up to 68.84. That's 100 points. That's 10 points on the spiders. I mean, again, you do one contract, you just made $2,000 on 2 trades, and you're risking a couple $100 on each trade if you're only buying one. But that's what this does. If you sit there and you could, what you want to risk on it, you take these and you ride it up. But like I said, we got the sell signal. I took the put trade. It worked out great, and I took the call trade. I put it in the room that I took IWM, but I also for the portfolio I took it. I took the spiders, and I didn't even get in here because this right here is showing you got long at 68.03. But let me show you what I did. I used the 5s on this. So I got in right around right around this area here. So 60, 67, 77. And we just, we kind of chopped around, and then that was it. We had the buy. Whenever you see buy signals going up and down like this, usually it's a warning that there's some type of bottom or top coming, and you can pretty much see them, when you're here, and then you get a buy and sell, and usually that's when it's almost like the bulls and bears are battling it here, because they're only within 2 candles, and they're banging up and down. But when you get them like this, and again here, this is another example. How many different turns did we get? And if you look at our timing indicator here, it's going nowhere. So this is just garbage. I really, unless we have something of full duration, I'll ignore these. I don't even go near them. Or something like this I may buy, but when I start seeing a sell signal, or when we're here, we're getting a buy signal, I ignore those. I don't take them. And if anything, I'm waiting for a sell signal, because we're at the upper end of our with the duration, with a lot of duration to the downside. But in any case, this is, again, this is a good entry right here, where you can see we're moving up. This is moving up as price is staying there. And you got long right here at the 67.25. And you got your first sell signal up at 68.20. So, these are the types of moves that you make with this. And, but today was a perfect day where, as I said, we saw the sell signal was perfect. We came into our primary accumulation, got the buy signal. I knew we were already in the buy there, so I took it, and it's doing pretty well right now. Even IWM is up a few $100 for that, the trades that they took it in the room. But in any case, this is just knowing when you start getting buy signals and you're in an accumulation zone, this is really where you want to, you want to start to buy. But like I said, right now, as far as the longer term, I'm still bullish on this market, but we might have to expect this kind of volatility. It's hard to predict what happens geopolitically wise and what it's going to do to the market. I mean, you have oil that is ramped up some 20% this month, and we're only on the 5th of March. So, that kind of stuff, it's out of our hands. And that's why I can't, turn around and say, okay, well, here's my long-term view. A lot of it has to do with what's going to happen, overseas. So I'm just concentrating on what's happening now. And again, so this was a pretty good, really good buy signal by the matrix. Hopefully it keeps going, because the 15-minute chart, whenever we get a buy or a sell, you usually get some pretty good moves. So I'm hoping that this one goes in the right direction. So now, what do we want to look for? Let's see where's resistance. And I'm just going to go to a short-term chart, and I'm going to remove the buy and sell signals because we don't need those. And this probably still has so what we want to do is we want to find out where's resistance. And if we look, hang on, let me go here. Okay, so we're going to just simply take it from, hang on one second, was I showing it already? No, those are the two buys. Let me just do it from here because it's probably going to be easier. So let's find out where's our resistance and where are we looking to take profits. We got to do 93 bars. I'm going to delete that, go back into the matrix, and then 93. And here we go. Now we're going to show our resistance. And poof, hang on, let me get this. Okay, so what we have to look for tomorrow, we're actually at the first level of it already. And again, there's a lot of duration on the 15. So to me, I think we may be testing at least the upper end of this of it, because we're at the primary right now, but this is actually pretty high up. But in any case, if we get through it, I think we're going to come all the way up to this 68.60 in that range. If it gets knocked down, then these are our targets that we're looking at. So we know which way, if it goes and it gets above here, great. We're gonna do pretty well, and we could do really, really well if this kicks into gear and we go all the way back up to the 68.88. But in any case, we know what to watch for the resistance. We're right in the 68.27 and the 68.42. So we got to keep an eye on these, but we don't really have any sell signals. So let's take a look at IWM. This has been an absolute thorn in my side. I'm not going to lie to you. Just seeing moves of this magnitude from, we have, it started here where you have IWM went from 264 down to 253, 253 back up to 263, and then back down to 254. I mean, and the thing is when you're getting these moves, they're going so fast that, you're sitting there, and this I thought was going to be a great trade right here, because we had a lot of duration to the upside, got a buy signal, we ran up, and then just boom, and it was frustrating. But then this is when I told people to get long, they take one overnight on the IWM, because you can see we have bullish divergences, we got a buy signal, and whenever we get buy signals, it usually has a lot more magnitude to run. So I'm in it. I have a feeling we'll see it go back up to the 260, possibly even the 261. And that's really, about it, because I can't really give you any long-term views right now. Just because we have so much volatility that we just have to trade what we see in front of us. So, the matrix is doing, you're seeing it firsthand here. We lowered the price to $2.99. Take advantage of it. The mailing that we did out, the reason why we lowered it is because we did a big mass email. Once that ends, it may turn back. I don't know. I'm fine with leaving it at the $2.99, but take advantage of it. I have a partner in this, and he wants to leave it at the $3.99. So with that, have a great night, and I'll talk to you guys in the morning.